tell you something. It's okay and it's normal to look at people as just a neighbor. It's okay to look at people as an acquaintance or an associate or a client or ex goddamn girlfriend or ex-boyfriend. That's it. Yeah, we can't be friends. Understand what I'm saying, man? Everybody that smile in your face ain't your motherfucking friend. Some of these people, I need to be just left where the fuck they at, as a neighbor, as an acquaintance, as an accomplice, as a goddamn associate. Because when you bring them too close, they start to show you their definition of loyalty and your definition of loyalty is two different definitions. And that's why y'all gonna goddamn subside and break up and end and feud, because you expecting another you inside of them, but they ain't raised like that. They come from a different mama and a different daddy than you. What you gotta understand is this right here, man. A lot of these people ain't real. Real is real, fake is everywhere. I don't care how real you keep it with people, man. That don't mean they owe you that same loyalty if they ain't got that chip inside them. Everybody, why you different? Hey, what you gotta understand, man, people gonna cross you on this journey. I remember my mom used to tell me, everybody that's smiling your motherfucking face ain't your motherfucking friend. And when I was a kid, I ain't understand that. See, I realized something. Some of these people, cause everybody using everybody, they trying to see what they could get out of you, and then they go to the next motherfucker and get whatever they can't get out of you, out of them, and they just keep going and going and going. And you looking at them as a snake and a fake and all that. And see, I'm gonna tell you something, God ain't gonna never bless you when you living like a snake. But you looking at them and thinking that people gonna hate them for that. But the truth is, what you gotta do is distance yourself, man. Reward them with that old snake shit they doing with distance. Keep them as an acquaintance. Keep them as an associate. Keep them on distance. Everybody ain't your motherfucking friend. You so goddamn phony. Yeah, when you trying to be down with phonies and you being phony because you scared to be lonely. But I'd rather be alone than be lonely in a group of people that can't stand me. I'd rather be by myself than be in a crowd full of motherfuckers that talk down on me or hate on me because I got a certain kind of calling on my life or a certain kind of blessing on my life that they don't got. Man, you got to be strong to be alone. Understand what I'm saying, man? And I'm going to tell you something. All these people that's come around you, you got to start really interviewing these motherfuckers and say, who sent you? What do you want from me? What you see in me? Yeah, like Drake say, oh, you love the boy, but what you love about the boy? What you want from the boy? Understand what I'm saying? We all know you ain't just came around for my good looks. Is it the money? Yeah, is it the car? Is it the clothes? Is it the weed? Yeah, find out what the fuck they need. Because you looking at them as a friend, but they looking at you as the person that keep the weed. Or they looking at you as the person that gonna pay their way in the club. And they using you. And time if they can't use you, lose them, and you looking at them as a friend. Trust what I'm saying, man. Fuck these motherfuckers, man. Everybody that's smiling in your face ain't your motherfucking friend. These people definition of loyalty is different than your definition. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Just like when we was growing up, my enemies was your enemies. Whoever you ain't like, I ain't like. You ain't gonna see me around them. You ain't gonna see me around they goddamn hanging out with them, talking to them. In this era here, my enemies is my enemies. And my friend enemy, if he ain't got a problem with the person I got a problem with, he's still down with them. You ride around the enemy house and see your friend around this house. This is a different era. Ain't no loyalty in this era. So don't expect another you out of other people, man. People ain't gonna keep it real as you. That's where you going wrong at. You expecting people to be just like you when they ain't built like you. They ain't come from the same mama and daddy and grandma and granddaddy and uncle that taught them the real game. They don't know nothing about that. They hanging with the ops because they with the ops. And every time the ops talk about you, they got the goddamn bone to bring back to them. Remember, a listening ear is attached to a running mouth. They listening to your shit and carrying it back to the next bitch. Understand what I'm saying? Keep people in their same position. Acquaintance, associate, yeah, co-worker, client, ex. That's it. We ain't got the beef, but I'm going to keep you beneath that word friend because I don't fuck with you like that. It coming in at a certain point where I fuck with you. And we going to keep it like that. You ain't finna cross me because I might have to fuck your ass up. Understand what I'm saying, baby? Trust me. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. YouTube.com/Nino Brown 305. And y'all make sure y'all go to WeTheBusiness.com right now and get one of these crowny pair of shades and goddamn it support the movement. Y'all make sure y'all sign up for my mentoring program. Mr. Problem Solver.
Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death.
I did 17 years, homie. Real tears on these words, homie. Heat stay baloney, push-ups and hella top rhyming, hella notebooks with all my rhymes. It's like a map book from where I started. Ciphering, trying to be the hardest on the yard. Some of the hardest rappers got a never day. We'll never hug their mama, we'll never see they say. I feel blessed, so I rock with my loved ones. I left behind good count times and cold lunch. Yeah, mama, I'm on one. I'm free, ain't no words of expressions. See my smile, that's real, no fake shit. You would too if you seen that the moves was basic. Game made, heartbreak kid. Living in reality, man, 30 with some kid shit. Damn, they like 50 in they clip or better. Boy.
Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death. Trying to beat life cause I can't cheat death.
All right, man, what's going on with the nation, man? First off, it's hot as shit. Second off, it's hot as shit. And third off, I smoked a Spladugan before the live, so I'm high as shit. So now things are a little bit different. Because now we got the pink tie buzzer. And the pink tie buzzer, I damn near need to pull up. Matter of fact, I got a plan. Download buzzer app. Buzzer app. So that might limit stuff that we talk about, which is cool because the bakery ain't never had a topic. It ain't never had like a set topic. We tried that shit, but we still go where we go. That's the unique thing about the bakery. But we understand. We talked about politics. We ain't doing that shit. That was a long time ago. But oh well. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah. That shit is recorded. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Bam. Yes. All right. So I'm gonna post the link now because I gotta get back on my regiment. Regiment. All right, link posted. I got a toy. Link posted. What's the problem talking about politics? Surely it can be civilized. Where do I start? The problem with politics is it's just like debating religion. It's just like debating sports. You're debating your truth, your beliefs, and a lot of people are willing to die for them. So it's an instant fast forward to their passionate button, and surrounded with passion is problems too. And somebody's too passionate, and that's when this happened. So when you debating politics, you're talking about somebody's way of life, and they will defend that shit like a gang. So therefore, when you debate that shit back and forth in the prison where there ain't nowhere to go, when you debate that stuff, often shit it goes somewhere. Opinions are like assholes. We all have them. Indeed. So what's going on with Wolf, man? How you living?
Still driving in this car, man. The last time you saw me, I'm in the same place. Trying to get home and shit.
How far are you away? You got a far?
About 30 minutes. But I got the Steezy, so it's all good.
Shit, I'm Stevie. You with them motherfuckers on the move, you good to go. I may fuck around and give me one. Y'all peer pressuring me.
I like it because it just doesn't have any smell, right? You can just take a little fast one, you get a good buzz, and you don't smell like a big joint or a blunt, you know? And you can go back to whatever you got to do and be kind of inconspicuous, you know?
Mind how there were times when I was in the South that I should have used that.
Yeah. My old job, my boss is like, man, you smell like weed. I'm like, man, that's cigarettes. Like, I have to sit next to the guy and he's smoking cigarettes. Bullshit. I smell weed. I'm like, oh, whatever, man. I don't know. And he didn't even smoke weed, right? And he's like, I'm allergic to weed. I know what that shit smells like. I'm like, I don't know, bro. I just don't know.
Yeah, why they be saying that though? They be like, I don't smoke weed, so I'm extra sensitive to it. That police said that to me at Thunder Valley. That police said that.
I doubt they're sensitive because I can smell it and be like, oh, that's purple kush. Oh, that's the haze. You know what I mean? Like, so if we're connoisseurs, how could they be more like sensitive? You know?
I don't know. Sometimes hell no. I smell some good shit. I think, but I can't break it down to haze and kush. But I could break it down to that's some gas or that's some doo-doo.
Yep.
That's some doo-doo. That smell like tree bush.
Yeah, when you're in a concert, you get that smell and you're like, oh man, you know, that's some straight pressed weed.
Turn around and somebody smoking the biggest Bammer blunt you ever seen.
Yeah, talking about this is some good shit my cousin gave me. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, it just reminded me. Supposed to meet up with somebody. They had a whole zip. I can describe it by strand, but not notes like a wine drinker. Understood. Rise over here. Extra sensitive to smoking weed. No, extra sensitive to the smell of smoked weed. So if I said that, consider that corrected. The police at Thunder Valley, that motherfucker came to the car, told us to get out. He's searching the car because he smelled the aura of weed, and because he doesn't smoke, he's extra sensitive to the smell of it, the smell of smoked weed, and he smells weed. Therefore, that's probable cause to search the car. That's what he hit me with.
Yeah.
I got it on tape.
They taught him that in the academy, man. Like, hey, if they try to give you any trouble, you just tell them about this. Like, you smell it better than they do. I can see it, man. I can see some sergeant telling that shit.
Indeed. They hit you with a weed DUI. Well, it wasn't necessarily a weed DUI checkpoint because they wasn't tripping off the fact that I was high because we was parked. They just had this thing where if you're doing like illegal activities, in their mind, smoking weed on they grounds is a legal activity. And if you're sitting in the car not going nowhere, the security man, it was some bullshit. They was on some straight bullshit. I'll give them that. But I wasn't trying to do no playing with their ass. You know, you got that one county, like everybody said, man, don't go to that county. They be tripping. That's out here, that's Placer County for sure.
Placer County. Is that where Placerville is?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Placer County pretty big. It damn near hit Nevada. Placer County damn near hits Nevada.
Oh, shoot.
Placer County is way bigger than Sacramento.
That's all Gold Rush territory, man.
That's what it is. That's what it is. I ain't gonna lie. I do miss the mountains sometimes. Probable cause to search. Hopefully he lucked out. He was looking for that dirty gun. Yeah, he was. Cops in America like to harass people during a traffic stop. It happens here. It happens in Toronto. Rise over there. You in Toronto? That's what's up. What's up with crazy nickeries? Hey, you know what, Nick? Hit the link. Hit the link. I feel like hearing some other stuff than what we got going on. Please hit the link, Nick. What fuss? I need to go in the crazy world. Nick, hit the link and take me to crazy world. I need a break. Jeff Molina, I see. Windsor, Canada. Windsor, Canada. What's that? North, south? What part of Canada? Public service announcement. Damn. I hate to hear that. Hey, crazy. Something like that you wouldn't go to sleep and say, I'll holler at you in the morning. Something like that, you'd be like, it only take 3 seconds to hit the link and come in and speak your piece. Because I'm going to tell you, like, Young, what is it? So I'm going to tell you like this. This blunt right here, this one is going to be, this blunt right here is going to be pockets.
That guy called me up saying, "Oh, I got a business opportunity with your job," and I'm like, "Nah, man, I'm pretty happy doing what I'm doing." He's like, "Oh, you don't want to make more money?" And I'm like, "Nah, dude, I'm pretty happy." He's like, "Oh, well, okay, have a great day."
You didn't even hear him out. You should at least heard him out.
Hell no, man. I know what they're doing.
What are you trying to do? Shift you around?
He's a roofing company, so he wants me to, like, you know, any kind of, like, pass out his business card or some shit like that. But to me, that's like an unethical shit, you know, because I could tell somebody like, "Oh man, your roof's all jacked up there. Look, here's a picture," and then I send that guy out to make a little cash or whatever. It's just, I don't know.
Be like,
puts me in a bad situation.
You'd be a dispatcher.
Yeah, and like I'd make a little cash, but to me, it's kind of cheating too. You know, I feel like I'd be put behind a gun or whatever you want to call it, where situation I don't want to be in. You know what I mean?
I feel that. That's kind of like when you know if you you get a promotion, you're gonna be part of the union. I mean, you're gonna be part of the upper outside of the union. So you like, nah, I'd rather stay here, even though I know I can move up if I want to.
Yeah, because you see the managers all white shirts and ties and shit, and I'm happy with just a button-up shirt type thing. Yeah, I understand. Yep.
How much more?
How much more money?
Yep.
I didn't even hear it, man. To me, he's just, I don't know how he gets my number, but they're always calling me like, "Hey, this is Google. We want to like sell you something, a business opportunity." And I'm like, "How'd you get my number? It's my work phone." They're like, "Oh, well, blah, blah, blah for the inspection." And I'm like, "Nah, man, I'll have a good day," you know? It's just like scammers. They're cold calling 7 o'clock at night, and he's still cold calling people trying to get some fucking roofing job. Like, fuck that, man.
Yeah, you gotta love what you like. I mean, you gotta do what you love, man.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to be certified to do what you do?
It took about maybe 2 months to do everything on the computer. Like, you got to sign up and then do all the little tests, and it's all on the computer. You just sit at home and do it, and then when you finish all that, you got to like apply to a company, and then that took like, I don't know, man, maybe another month, and then they train you for 2-3 months, you know, and then you're finally out there and shit. So
is it paid training?
It takes a little bit. Yeah, paid training, but that shit was minimum wage, you know? So I was struggling. And yeah, 8 hours, maybe 10 hours, something like that.
Damn. Mostly driving, yeah. or mostly driving or on site?
Nah, with that, I was riding with another inspector. I was training, so I didn't have to drive. So it was just me driving. I got paid for all the hours. So you make like $100 a day or something like that, but that's kind of whatever, you know. It doesn't last too long.
So as long as you could thug it through the minimum wage, it's sunshine on the other side.
Yeah, and I thought like they give you the minimum wage because it's kind of like a little boot camp or whatever. Like if you could take this little suffering, you're gonna have some good shit after that, you know. So
that's really what it was like.
I think so, yeah, because the money's good, man. I'm not bragging or lying or talking up the company or anything, but compared to minimum wage, it's like a night and day thing, you know?
Man, that sounds like an interesting boot camp.
Yeah, it's a good job. I mean, if you got some kind of detailed experience and you don't mind crawling under houses and going into attics and shit, it's a good job. But it's hard. I mean, it's hard.
Wait a minute. We didn't say nothing about all that. Attics under the house?
Yeah.
Like with snakes and mice and shit?
Spiders, for sure.
Scorpions?
They're down there. I'm sure. I don't see them, but I mean, I guarantee they're down there. There's a lot of dead stuff, dead cats, dead something, bones, dead possums and shit. It's fucked
So
up.
have you damn near had to crawl to the center of the house underneath it?
Oh, everyone. Like, that's my thing. Like, there's a comment, and it says, like, the crawl space was completely traversed. Like, I went around the whole circle, looked at the foundation wall, all the plumbing and shit in the middle, underneath the bathrooms, all the wood of the floor, and take all the pictures, you know? So it's like 20 minutes down there, just, you know, doing the army crawl on your stomach or whatever.
Oh, hell no. I was interested at first. So this will kill it all.
Yeah.
If you are claustrophobic, will that work?
Oh, no, hell no. That's it.
Okay. Yeah. My interest went like this. It was like an erection that said, like I was like, shit, 6 months I could change my life. And then you said the crawl space and it all was over.
Yeah. People hate the crawl space the worst, right? And I'm like, all right, it's pretty bad. But to me, like, I got a really good suit, you know, I got like a really awesome flashlight, all that stuff. So to me, it's kind of like I make it my little chill spot, right? And it sucks, but I got the respirator mask on. I'm not really tripping down there. So I'll go down there, just turn the light off for a second, catch my breath, you know, and it's like dark, right? You can't see shit. It's pretty creepy, but that's like the little spot, you know? Nobody's down there. No one's going to see you.
What about if it's hot?
If it's hot outside, down there is probably like 80 or 80, you know, 85 max, right? It's always cool down there.
Put you in a suit, though.
The suit's kind of like a cloth suit that you put on. It looks like one of those white, you know, when you see like the chemical guys or something, it's like that, right? It's like a head to toe suit, but it's like cloth, and somehow the dust doesn't come through or the dirt, but it's not like a rubber suit or some weird plastic shit or anything.
You an American hero.
You'll still be sweating, that's for sure. But not that bad.
I lose weight quick.
Yeah, you go in the attic, and it's 130 up there.
That's like a big ass garbage suit.
Yep. And a mask. And, you know, knee pads, elbow pads, all that shit. But to me, like, I try to
Big Bad said it's a crawl suit. They use them in HVAC.
Yep. Crawl suit. They cost about $15 at Home Depot.
So that's to protect you from that fiberglass too?
It protects you from like dirt, maybe asbestos, supposedly a little bit of splash of water. But I just like it because
ain't that shit fiberglass up there, that cushion?
Because of the dirt and the insulation doesn't get on you.
Yeah,
it's pretty jacked up, man.
Like I said, you're a great American hero.
It's probably like the worst. It is the worst part of my job, but since everybody said that, I somehow made it switch it around, and I tell them all like it's my favorite thing to do. You know, it's my favorite part, and I tell the people that too, right? So they're like, they laugh and shit, but to me, I'm like, hey, man, it's your worst nightmare, but I'm loving it, right? I'm going down there right now. That's the way I try to make it, you know?
Yeah. Okay, I got a random question. Do white people get ingrown hairs?
Oh hell yeah. I don't. I never really had them, but I know some friends. They always like, oh man, ingrown hair, shit, and you know. So I don't know if like certain white people, like Irish or Germans or something, get it worse than any of the other ones, but there's definitely white people that get them. Yeah, that's for sure.
I would imagine that the hair is easy to see. Have you ever smelled a spoiled ingrown hair?
Oh. Oh man, I don't
For real, man.
it.
I got an ingrown hair on my face, right? I cannot see the hair at all, but when I squeeze it, oh man, there's something come about that thing. It's spoiled up in there.
Oh shit. Yeah, well, it's got to come out eventually, you know.
If you disturb asbestos, can you just throw the food away and you don't bring it home with you? If you disturb it,
Asbestos?
yeah.
Like basically, it's only bad when you disturb it, right? So the little fibers will get in the air and you can breathe it. But if it gets on your suit and you shake it out and stuff, it's pretty much gone, you know? It's a very low chance. And most of the people that catch asbestos cancer or poison, they're the guys that work there every day, right? You got to be continued exposure and shit. So it's pretty random. If you went in the attic one time, you're not going to get asbestos cancer, more than likely, right?
Is it more common than radiation, getting cancer from radiation?
In radiation?
You know, they say if you get x-rays too much, eventually you can develop it, but it take a long, long time. Like, you're not going to get it in the first year,
it's
right?
Like, yeah, same style thing, yeah. But there's not that much. I mean, asbestos, you got like popcorn ceilings. That's asbestos if it was like 70 and below, pretty much, or 80s and below, maybe. And then
you talking about the
attic,
years,
there's always like
you talking about the years the house was built?
Yeah, and some year like 1980 or 90 or something, they outlawed that popcorn ceiling shit, and they made where they can't manufacture it, but it's still in like a billion houses, you know. So if you scrape that shit off and you're breathing it somehow or whatever, it could fuck you up potentially, you know, I guess.
So what is it, like mold?
No, asbestos is like fiberglass, like little strings of it's like a mineral. And like I read about it today, right? That's why it's like fresh in my brain. But back in the day, they called it the magic mineral. They're like, asbestos, you can't burn it. It protects heat. You could do this, you could do that. It's strong. So they tried to make everything with it, right? And then they learned, these people that were making it, these little fibers get in your lungs and they don't break down, right? It's just like little pieces of glass. They just sit there. So over time, you get like a little tumor trying to protect it or whatever, something like that, and you get cancer, right?
Interesting. So here it is. I'm thinking asbestos. I'm thinking that's something that is grown, like mold or something. I didn't know that they actually use that shit. Like when they say you got asbestos, I'm thinking it's something that's like a mold in a corner or something. So it's
a material.
So they actually put asbestos in the house.
Yeah, it's like a fire resistant material, and they make a lot of fire stuff with it, right? So if it's like around a chimney or something, and back in the day they used to put it on your old ducts in the attic, right? The metal ducts, and it'd be covered with this white stuff. It looks like cement, and that's the asbestos. And it's cool if you leave it there, but if you start breaking it up into little pieces, that's what fucks you up. So the contractors and stuff, They say it's safer just to leave it there, leave it alone, and that's it, right? Don't mess with it. If you got popcorn ceiling, I just get some guy to clean it. They got a vacuum cleaner with this scraper thing, and they're all certified, and they just chop it all off, and that's it.
You about to have me go and look at my ceilings. Is it mostly like the old school vaulted ceilings too?
It's the ceilings that have the little popcorns, like the little pieces, bunch of little pieces, billions of little pieces, right?
Look like you cracked the rock in half.
Yeah, like, you know, some is real smooth, and then some has got that tiny little pieces, like some dried out cottage cheese or something, right?
Yeah, I think we might have that.
Yeah, so if you have that, and it's an older home, like maybe 1980 and before, it's possibly, or more than likely, asbestos. So if you have it, don't scrape it off. Try not to play with it. Nothing like that, right?
Really? Well, I got my history lesson.
Yeah. I'm a
Big Bass said
low-key expert on it.
Big Bass said the East Coast asbestos got spores that doesn't detach from your lungs.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives you mesothelioma. So whatever that is, that's what asbestos gives you. And I know that's something bad because you can't even hardly say it, right? So.
Acoustic towel pipe installation. See, I took HVAC, but I didn't get that far. But I learned in the little bit that I did, that's when I learned that was the highest paying profession out. I mean, trade out there. That's for sure. At least in 2005, back when I was in Solano and took that shit. And he said, now Dirty Paranoid. Shit, I ain't playing. I'm about to go look at that fucking ceiling. Shit.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people get freaked out, you know. They call me and they're like, is there asbestos in this house? And I'm like, there's pretty much asbestos in every house that's older, right? Like some form, shape, it's either there or was there at some time, but it's not really the harm that people think or the threat that people think it is, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure this house got it though.
And it's good stuff, right? Like in a way, it's a good thing, but in a way, it's a terrible thing. So it's one of that kind of.
Do you remember back when they used to put like mercury fillings in your teeth?
Oh shit! Yeah, it's like that, right? Like, yeah, let's put some lead in there, you know.
There was a dentist. I almost went there. See.
Oh yeah. A dentist that you knew back in the day.
Yeah, I remember back in the days, right? There was this dentist dude, and he was real passionate about not putting mercury in people's mouths. Flat out had the studies, pulled it up on his phone, and had the studies like how mercury is really like causing cancer in people, because mercury is flat out poison, and they putting this in the teeth. So that's why he was like composite.
Oh yeah.
That's definitely a silk screen. It's not the highest paying trade. And if it is, you will destroy your body to get that money.
All right,
You made it.
almost home. I'm like 5 minutes. Shit, it's a 12-hour day.
All right. Mercury messed up your brain, makes you crazy, Mad Hatter. I had that old school. By the time I was out my teens, I had a whole mouth full of mercury.
Man, there's a dude. Well, not a dude. Emperor. The first emperor of China, right? First king. His name was Wang Shidi, right? And he was born in like 221 BC or so. Or that's when he was ruling. 221 BC. Anyways, when they buried him, he had like a pyramid pretty much, and underneath inside the pyramid he had a river of mercury going around in a circle, right? And like some old school technology, but yeah, like literally a river of mercury, and that was like his way somehow to connect to the afterlife or something, because he was all like trying to get to the afterlife thing, you know. So Mercury has something to do with that afterlife thing in some religions or some histories, at least in ancient Chinese history.
And that river flowing too?
It was like underneath his tomb, like in China, all those warriors that are buried under the dirt and shit. You seen that? They all look the same, you know? All right, look it up sometime. The terracotta warriors, right? Like he had, I don't know, thousands and thousands of these statues made of all his soldiers and stuff. They all look a little different. They're all standing side by side, horses, chariots, all this stuff, and he buried them all. So he would, like, if he goes to the afterlife, he'd have this like army, right?
Yeah.
So they uncovered it, and they have all that army. You can see it on the internet and shit, whatever. It's like you just type in terracotta warrior or something like that, or terracotta army, and you'll see all those pictures. Well, the guy that commissioned it, Qing Shi Huangdi, he's that guy, right? He also had the super underground palace, and you can like, it's the craziest. Like he had booby traps, all that stuff, because he was super paranoid of people ripping him off, right, and stealing all the shit. So nobody's even been in there to this day, right? But that was the talk, was he had dudes go in there and make a river of mercury somehow, right? And
Oh, I see.
but that dude was before his time, man. He was something else.
Hey, this shit. Oh no, they like dirt. Let me see.
Yeah, there it is. And supposedly each one, their faces are all different. Like he had like the guys standing there, and then they would make like their little mustaches are different. It's not like they just made like one and then they just made a print over and over. Like they're like individually carved faces, little different, this and that, you know. It's crazy, man. And that was his like dream, was like, man, before I die, all this army has to be underground, you know, ready to go with me, and the super temple and whatever.
Wait a minute. So are these real people somehow?
No, they're
Froze. Wood froze.
over and over, right?
All right, so you gotta start. You there? Damn. I ain't gonna lie. See, I was one of them people that used to smoke and watch the National Geographic channel. I smoke and watch the History Channel. So you just took my History Channel away, Wolf. Come back. This the last blunt. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Gotta get the computer charger. I really left alive like there was somebody talking, like somebody had hit the link and came in. I could say this is definitely the last one. Unloaded, and I'm hearing a ringing noise. So before I light this, if you're coming in, come now. If not, I'm just gonna ride it out. And then go check that roof for asbestos. I think I just said that word about four different ways. Asbestos. All right, so I guess I'll close it out. I'll close it out with the story. And this is actually, it's not a story. It's a parable, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But again, I share this about once a year, once maybe twice. Every time there's a problem about the lion's back. The lion's back. So we're all in the jungle, riding this lion's back. When two people have a problem, they're basically on this lion's back because they got a problem. They still have to be there together on this lion's back, because if they jump off the back at the wrong time, the lion's gonna turn around and eat them. So they have to pick the right time to jump off so neither one of them get ate. So when you have a problem with somebody, you gotta pick the right time to jump off that lion's back. Because y'all can't ride it forever. You did? What's that, his back? How you living?
Shit, just about to roll one up and shit, sign the lease, so I'm juiced on that.
Yeah, man, talk about good news, man.
Got the new little place, cool. Be back out there on October 1st, so
Damn.
I'm just trying to roll one up real quick.
Yeah, that's a good thing, man. You sure made it look easy.
Man, I've been looking like a motherfucker every single day and shit. Well, my wife has, really, though. I ain't gonna go in front like I was doing all the work. She was doing all that shit. But,
Indeed.
made it happen. I just put the cash flow up.
That's what's up. Hey, so I think that what we talked about earlier is a good idea.
Yep.
I think I needed something that I was interested in.
Yeah.
And why I'ma still keep watching Crappie Head, and I got somebody that loves fishing just as much as him.
Man, we could do ones where, I'll take you out there and then we'll, try and get you on some fish. I'll show you all, my techniques and shit, and hopefully that shit will pay off. I mean, I took my unc out, my pops out, and they all caught him. I just kind of gave them a little guidance, and they all caught some fish. So hopefully I can get you out there too. And
I can see it. I can see that easy.
Yep. I got hella setups and shit too. Like, I don't know if you can see, but I got like more than enough shit. So
he's ready to go.
Shit, that's just part of them. I got more in the car right now, ready to go. So I was like, shit, I got hella gear. Matt got shit I know too, so we could all go out there and really, get it in and shit.
Indeed.
I got a couple river spots too out there that are kind of dope. Like they're like on a beach type shit, kind of tucked off where not hella people be at.
Along the Sac River or American?
No, it's up by what is that area? Damn, I'll be going up there all the time. Like Clarksburg area and shit.
Oh, Freeport.
Yeah, like off like Clarksburg area, and then there's like another one kind of like by damn, I'm gonna have to look it up. I know the gas station is a little Texaco and shit that's right near it, but hella people be going to it and catching stripers and shit. The only thing is it's hella mosquitoes, so you got to be prepared.
You said Texaco? Is it? Can you gas up your boat? Is it along the river?
They have a little fill up spot on the river, but I think they'd be taxing hella hard, so most people would just hit that little gas station up. But it's out kind of by the airport and shit.
Oh shit, that's a little up then.
Yeah, it's a little strike, but that shit it'd be hitting out there. My uncle caught like some fat ass catfish. He caught an 8-pounder out there one time, 32-inch striper, hella big, just like hella fish all the time. I caught a 24-inch steelhead out there. It has hella fish that be swimming out there.
Knight's Landing.
Knight's Landing, that's what it is. Yep.
I remember catching a catfish there as a kid.
Yep, Knight's Landing, that's what it is. Can't believe I forgot that name. Fuck.
I remember catching a bunch of little ones though.
Yeah, there's the Knight's Landing spot, but then there's another little street that you could take, and it weaves along the river that like you go up a couple little like curves on the river and shit, and then there's like a nice little spot. It was for a minute there outran with hella homeless. They had tents out there, RVs, dogs, parties. Like they had a straight up rave one time when we were out there. Had a DJ and the whole shit. These motherfuckers ain't even got fucking, you know, running toilets and shit, and they're out there with a DJ kicking it, doing it big.
The homeless?
The homeless. They had, I'm talking about the whole street when you, as you ride down, like you're kind of fishing right next to the homeless people and shit, but we didn't give no fucks. But they'll have their dogs running around and shit like, hey, bro, get your dog back. Like, I don't trust your dog. It looks mangy as fuck. Get that motherfucker back.
Man, like that motherfucker got that shit.
Man, and then the dog's running up and they're like, he's nice. He's nice. I don't care how nice you say he is. Get the dog back. I don't know him. He don't know me. Tell him to back up.
This shit can get real, real fast.
Man, have us ready to beat up bums and shit, you know, but they cleared it all out and put like hella pillars up like they do with like riots and shit to like keep the RVs from being able to park. They got hella tags on there like, you took our home away. Fuck you, blah, blah, blah.
Man, the homeless situation in Sacramento is bad, man.
Man, that's off the fucking hook.
I mean, 10 cities is everywhere.
Anywhere that there's a running creek, they're there.
Shit, some places it's anywhere there's an intersection.
I know the little motel off of Stockton and Fruit Ridge that they tore down. That motherfucker was popping for a minute. Because my pop stays right over there and shit. And that little corner by the Bank of America and shit. Whoo, they had that shit sewn up for like
Fruit Ridge and Stockton?
Yep. They had the fence up and everything. They had hella homeless over there. They had a limo in that motherfucker. Hella shit. They were kicking it.
You talking about Young Street?
Yeah, Young Street. My pops lives right by Young Street, like off of Southwest.
They tore them down?
That hotel right there, they tore that shit down. That's a big ass lot. It was a hotel.
Damn.
They tore that motherfucker all the way down, but it was cracking with the homeless. Like it was so cracking. They had their own dumpsters and shit. People were on the sidewalk with the tents, sweeping their little piece of concrete in front of their tent and shit. Like they were really setting up like it was their home and shit.
I know I was a professional at living in the car, but
man, yeah, living in the car. But they were gorilla pimping supposedly out some tents. My cousin, he's a little tweaker and shit, so he was lying over there. There's hella tweakers and shit, and he's like, they're gorilla pimping in 4 tents over there right now. It's crazy. He was like scared to go in there because there were so many tweakers that were like beasting up on the other little young knocks.
You know what gorilla pimping is though?
Fucking pressing them bitches and just making them fuck.
Yeah, that's right. I remember my mom told me that. That's gorilla pimping.
Yeah, they were in there. That's what my cousin said. He was scared to go in there and shit because he was like a young tweaker and shit living on the street. So he would try and go in there and get his little couple rips off or something. And they would run his ass out of there because they basically punk him and jack his shit.
You ever heard of the Land of the Lost?
The movie?
No. It's an area in Sacramento.
Nah.
You know where the red, what's it called? Red carpet in, red something in on White Avenue, White 980?
Yep.
All right, so that's the entrance right there. Like if you turn down that street on the side of that hotel, like you going into the baseball complex, all them trees right there, that's the entrance of the Land of the Lost. And inside them trees and shit, it go from freeway to freeway, and it damn near got pathways. They can go all the way to the airport. But it's a bunch of basically like what you said, a bunch of tweakers all the way through. And be out there at all hours of the night, flashlights and all that. It's a whole nother world. It's the Land of the Lost. And you would never know it existed.
Once or twice, shit.
People drive by that shit every day. You would never know it existed.
Yeah, there's a spot off the river. I forgot where it was. Matt would know, but it's like over by like Natomas and shit, kind of by one of the fishing spots and shit that everybody goes to. And that shit is cracking. It was so vicious. We drove over the bridge. One dude had a boat with a trolling motor and everything. Dirt, I swear to God, this motherfucker had a boat right in front of his tent parked on the river.
Shit, that's call that tax-free living.
Man, that's why I was like, he's living good, bro. He just packs his tent up, smobs off on the boat, goes and sets up port at another spot, chills, and then jumps on the boat, blasts off. I'm like, he's living the life right there.
He probably got a car parked somewhere too.
Man.
Or a truck.
We were tripping though, because the coronavirus shit, when it first hit, Rona or, Bovid, that shit, when it hit, they wouldn't let you use restrooms nowhere. So we'd be trying to go around and be like, hey, can I use the restroom? Trying to work. And they'd be like, nah, it's bad. But the homeless over there, they had installed at that same time, like 30 fucking porta potties. I'm like, damn, so the homeless could get 50 porta potties out here, but I can't stop and take a piss and I'm going to work every day. Like, this is crazy.
Damn. Yep. All right, Smack, man. I'm about to end this live, man.
All right, Dirk. Hey, last question, man. Did you guys ever end up going fishing behind the courthouse?
Nah, it was too motherfucking hot.
Oh, I believe that.
Like Matt told me, it's gonna be 100 something, and yeah, by about 12, 1 o'clock, I was like, fuck no.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to be cool in Sac though, so that's cool. At least for the rest of the week, it sees like 90 or some shit.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, have a good night.
All right, you too, man.
All right, Dirty Nation.
All right, go.